Hi, Louis. How are
Perfect.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Got back from getting sick, so the whole process of just catching up, I really was hoping to like be better by this point. So I'm doing enough to conduct the interview. So if you hear me cough or like mute, it's not that I'm laughing or anything. It's just that I needed to get that out of my system. Um, but yeah, welcome to the Nerd Core. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to interview you and to watch your feature debut as a director. I watched it 2 nights ago and I liked it. It was a nice piece. It is a very because I also just the company itself, the co-founder of the Nerdcore and myself, kind of strive for that. And this is just like the fun side of just interviewing other creatives. It reminded us a lot of what we've like seen and what we've also gone through, just like filmmaking wise. But because this is your first feature and just your own directorial debut, I kind of wanted to ask you, how was that? How was that whole process?
Oh man, I think that process was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life.
Mm,
Um, because it's something I really wanted from the
mm.
very beginning. I did the solo show,
Ah,
and
okay.
turning it into a feature film, that was a process in itself, and I was not
Mm,
ready for the business side of things. And in terms of funding, casting everyone, and
yeah,
just trying to get people to believe in me,
yeah.
that was the hardest part. And I think I still have to find people to believe in me.
Mm,
Um, and I think by doing this first project, it would build more confidence moving
100%.
forward.
Mm,
Hopefully. Yeah, it's been a journey, it's been a trip.
yeah.
So yeah, I am very emotional
Mm,
still that I got in the film festival. I'm very humbled by this premiere, and it isn't playing until next Friday, and I've been crying
oh,
every
okay.
day I've gotten the news that it got
Mm.
in. So the
How's the
street,
anxiety building up to that?
yeah, I think it's the anxiety, um,
Mm.
but just reminding myself to breathe and appreciate this experience.
Of
So
course. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it was a solo show that you've done in New York and you went out to LA. And as you put it in your website, because I saw your website, I went to go lurk around, just get a little bit more that I could from whoever I'm interviewing. And I saw that you did basically, in your own words, put your entire bank account to go do that show over there. So that's a lot. That's courage in itself to just do that whole experience, and then you did it. You completed your movie that you wanted and that from the very beginning you wanted to do outside of the solo show. So congratulations to you. um Second question that I did want to ask about the film is, I know maybe from what you've researched to prepare yourself for this, normally in like those major productions, or like where you can expend more on getting the shot for the film or like just framing in itself, you would work with a DP or the director of photography. And I know you had a co-director. Um, how was working with a co-director, let alone were you the only one that was like, I want these shots specifically in order to get what I envision? Or was it like, what do you think I should do for this scene or for what I wrote on this part? How was that process just having a co-director?
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
Perfect.
thank
You got
God.
it.
I'm so sorry
No,
because
you're
I went
completely
to
fine.
support my friend's film that was
Hmm.
playing at noon, and I did not intend for it to go on for so long. The
I
program
got you. No, you're completely fine.
lost track of time. But this film was shot in two waves.
Okay.
First, I worked with a DP
Hmm.
prior to the pandemic, and our
Oh,
intent was
okay.
all
Yeah, yeah.
to finish it in April 2020, and the world just shut down.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
the second wave, I worked with my brother, my blood brother,
Hmm.
and it was a lot of solo scenes that I had to do with him.
Hmm.
So I worked very collaboratively with him on that.
Yeah.
And whenever we went out to shoot, we were stealing scenes in New York because there's no such thing as filmmaking out there.
Okay.
So we
Yeah, yeah.
stole a lot of shots. Even the subway shot, we stole that.
Oh,
We didn't get arrested, so that's good. Uh,
mhm.
so yeah, that was an interesting experience because we did make films together growing
Mm.
up, and this is our adult moment working
Yeah.
together. It was very fruitful, and I really appreciate him. He didn't want any money.
Mm.
I told him how much I'm struggling in making the film, and he was like, "Girl, I got you." So it
Awesome.
was a
Yeah.
very uh, touching experience working with him,
Yeah.
and he's flying for the premiere, so I'm very excited for him to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, no, I wanted to ask about that whole, just some of the scenes were like in the city. And I was like, either they have good connections to get permission to film in New York, and also like good security for like just New Yorkers not to kind of jump in. How was it filming in the city with not just like recording, but also just like, now that I know, just going out there and shooting out in the open, and I know you edited it as well and had some help in it. How was that process like with audio wise?
So the only outdoor scene that we shot pre-pandemic was the friend scene, the
Hmm.
park with all the kids.
Yeah.
But everything you see on my own, we stole it. Like there's no sound guy out there. It was just me and him.
Mm, okay.
So stealing the scene with the whole friend group and the park, and it was, mind you, 20 degrees or maybe
Mm,
28 degrees, and everyone was freezing their ass
yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had to make it look like it was during the springtime, so that was really hard.
Hmm.
And then the scene with the mom outside eating the dumpling, that
Yeah.
was fucking cold. That was 80s.
Oh, okay. That was
And we didn't have a big budget,
yeah.
so sound wise, the sound guy tried to do like a boom, and then we were all locked up,
Hmm.
and then some like doggy sound right now.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we closed off the streets for
Yeah.
it. Hopefully when people see this, and I hope they don't judge it too much.
No, of course, hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope they see what we were trying to accomplish. And yeah, filming in New York is no joke. Permit, what's that? $2 million to shoot in the subway, what's that? So if I fuck all this shit, we're just gonna
Yeah.
go into it.
Oh, I'm familiar with just I forgot the name. I think it was like gorilla recording or something like that. One of my professors told me, and he was like, just don't do it. But then I'm like, well, we're broke and we really want this shot. So it's, what's the old saying? Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So yeah, no, I mean those were funny, especially the opening scene with you trying to go under the railing. I know that's like, you're not supposed to do it, but like, it kind of embodied that whole thing. And just
Oh,
the whole era. Mhm.
when I was a kid, my mom would take my student metro card,
Uh-huh.
and she would just tell us to go under. That's what inspired that scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the scene after that was the mom giving you the Metro card, so like, don't like get caught or something. That was just like, oh, well, that's very motherly. And now hearing that, that's like, oh, well, you had to like not incriminate anyone, right? But I guess my last question, to not take more of your time, this is a more of a reflective question. It's not too deep, but basically I wanted to ask, um I know that this is your first film, and I'm hoping that you continue on making more films, and I would hope to sometime get a chance to see your next film. But what's one thing, both in your acting, because I know you acted as yourself in the film and you directed it, what's one thing you would take from this whole experience, just from either side of the acting or directing side, that you just took to heart throughout the entire process, and you're like, this is what I'll remember for my next shoot?
To be more business savvy about the whole thing.
Okay.
It's great to work with friends and all,
Hmm.
but at the end of the day, if you want to accomplish something, it's good to be more uh, knowing what you want and
Of
laying
course.
it all right before shooting everything. And I think that's one thing I will take away.
Hmm.
But other thing I'll take away is that I fucking love doing all of this. I can live for it day in, day out. And I hope to continue doing it.
Yeah.
This is my first thing, hopefully first of many things to come my way, and I'm just praying to the film and theater gods.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed it, and I was like just intrigued on how you turned your solo show into a narrative, and it worked out. Like it told us its story, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was a good ending." It's the first of many journey, like coming of age, which is what the genre is. And yeah, I mean, I hope to interview you in the future again, or maybe even see you in person outside of just the whole pandemic stuff, and still like trying to not spread it around. But yeah, thank you so much again for joining me on this interview. And that was basically it. I don't have anything else. If you'd like to like kind of put your stuff out there, I know I'll definitely get all your information to put down below. But is there anywhere outside of the film festival that people can like kind of see it, or do they have to wait until after it's run is done?
Yeah, I hope after the whole festival circuit, we can put it
Hmm.
up on. For me, film should be accessible.
Hmm.
So even if I put it online, I'll put it at a low cost.
Hmm.
So not a barrier of entry for anyone who wants to watch it.
All right. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, that's been the Nerd Core and our interviews. I'm still coming up with a name, although I have done like maybe 10 or 15 of these. I still can't come up with a catchy catchphrase just to end it all and begin it. But we'll catch you on the next one. And yeah, check out The World's Greatest whenever it becomes access to the public domain. Or why not just spend a little bit of cash to go see it at the LA PFF, I believe. It's a long name, but it's worth it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you, Louis.
Yeah, thank you so much.